Here's the Russian military mysterious weapon, can beat of US military, insane Russian gun firing off 10,000 rounds per minute, sounds like a damn A-10 Warthog. The United States Navy has some impressive weaponry in their Navy, but they aren't the only ones dressed to impress. The Russian Navy has a few nasty tricks up their sleeves when it comes to naval combat. One of the most lethal weapons in their Navy's arsenal is the Kashtan CIWS combat module. Russia's aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov, and their Kirov-class battle cruisers are all armed with Kashtan CIWS weapon systems. These advanced combat modules are able to fire off over 10,000 rounds per minute as approaching targets. The Admiral Kuznetsov may be an old carrier, but it does have 8 Kashtan CIWS modules installed on board for protection. Talking about this thing only does so much, but seeing it in action will do it justice. Check out this video of the Kashtan CIWS on the high seas and witness its destructive firepower. What do you get when you combine the hard-hitting close and punch of the AK-630's 30mm cannon with the long range and agility of a guided missile and then multiply it by 2? The mother of all CIWS systems. The Kashtan is one large and destructive beast. It packs a pair of 30mm cannons and features no less than 8 short-range radio-guided 9M311 surface-to-air missiles in a hulking swiveling turret. As many as 8 turrets, all of which feature their own scanning and tracking radar systems, as well as electro-optical and infrared sensors, can be tied to a central fire control system, which can be further integrated into a ship's overall combat system, as is the case with Russia's only aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov. Such a system amounts to an ability to put so many rounds and so many missiles in the air in rapid succession that it would be next to impossible for something hostile trying to make its way toward the ship to survive. Literally death by ridiculously overwhelming firepower. Kashtan is really the kitchen sink, and then some method to protecting the innermost realm of a surface combatant's defensive perimeter. Its missiles can be used to initially engage hostile targets, while the cannons are there for any surviving missiles or aircraft that leak through. The system is so redundant that it actually features a lower missile magazine, with up to 32 additional 9M311s that can be automatically loaded onto the Kashtan's launching arm should the first 8 missiles, usually fired in salvos of 2 like the RM, not be enough. Also, since there is an electro-optical and infrared sighting system also embedded into the launcher, the guns can engage surface targets via a gunner sitting safely inside the ship's hull. At the Kashtan's fire control console. The Kashtan is really one hell of a CIWS package, albeit it has a much larger footprint than any of the Western plug-and-play close-in weapon systems. It seems that the US may have missed the opportunity to build their own super CIWS, maybe one featuring the goalkeeper's big ASCO 8 Avenger cannon, and an 11-round pack of fire-and-forget-rim 116 rolling airframe missiles, all tied into a modular phalanx fire control unit. Wishful thinking aside, the Kashtan's heavy-hitting, long-range, redundant punch takes the cake for the world's most deadly CIWS. Russian media is reporting that the long-awaited upgrade of the Kashtan, Chestnut, close-in weapon system, CIWS, was testing in 2018. Trials will start on a land range before moving to the sea aboard one of Russia's Project 1241 Minit missile corvettes in the Black Sea. The country's new Project 22,800 Karakurt corvettes will be the first vessels to receive the system operationally once testing is complete. Panster Emmy appears to be something of a mix between the potent Panzer S-1 land mobile self-propelled anti-aircraft artillery gun system and existing Kashtin CIWS installations found on many Russian-built naval vessels dating back to the Cold War. It uses a modified version of the Panzer's 1RS-2-1E phased array radar system, as well as an electro-optical infrared targeting and identification system mounted above the radar. In a similar fashion as seen on many of its ground-based cousins, there is no early warning radar system directly attached to the Panzer M mount, like the RS-1, E1 mounted on many Panzer S-1 vehicles. Instead, early warning will be provided by the ship's radar suite, or by a similar detached early warning radar mounted elsewhere on the ship. The system's own radar can also provide early warning detection as well as fire control functions over a more limited sector of fire. Its main armament includes a naval version of the Panzer's 57E6E surface-to-air missile. This is an II stage missile that can hit targets, aircraft, cruise missiles, drones, from half a mile to 10 miles away, and from just a number of feet above the surface up to nearly 30,000 feet. These missiles are carried in 4 tubes on each side of the turret, and like Kashtin, twin rotating magazines below deck can reload each side 4 times over automatically within a matter of seconds. 32 missiles in total are carried. Panzer ME will also be able to fire the Hermes K surface-to-surface missile. Presumably, these missiles would be outfitted on the Panzer ME when the vessel is operating in littoral areas where small boat swarming attacks are possible, or when nearby shore strikes are required. The Hermes K can be outfitted with a semi-active laser seeker so that near over-the-horizon targets can be hit precisely if a forward operating unit such a drone, aircraft, or special operations team is lasing the target with a laser designator. Because of the system's unique twin magazine configuration, a mix of both missiles could be carried operationally. Panzer ME's other primary armament includes a pair of very hard-hitting GSH-30K 6-barrel 30mm rotary cannons that can spew up to 6,000 rounds a minute each. This high volume of fire can be used to shatter incoming anti-ship missiles, aircraft, drones, or small boats. These are the same cannons found on Kashtin, and they deviate from the land-based Panzer S-1 design, which uses the lower rate of fire, twin-barreled, 2A38M 30mm cannons. The system can operate autonomously or it can be tied to a network of similar mounts scattered around the larger vessel. It can also be integrated into the ship's larger overall combat system. This flexibility allows the system to be fielded on everything from corvettes, to frigates, to destroyers, to Kirov-class battle cruisers. Russia's sole aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov, is currently undergoing a refit that will supposedly include installing Panzer ME in place of its 8 existing Kashtin MCIWS systems. According to Rostec CEO Sergei Kamazov, each Panzer ME mount can engage 4 targets simultaneously, and will have a probability of kill 3 to 4 times greater than existing Kashtin M installations like Kashtin before it. The Panzer ME is unique in that it integrates both a highly agile missile and a rapid-firing CIWS gun system into a single package, and features weapons redundancy on every mount. With a much-needed refresh to its control interface, its sensors, and its missiles, Russia has executed on a fairly brilliant plan that will build on the Kashtin in a logical way while also using existing components to decrease costs and lower development and integration risk altogether. This new system will allow Russia to maintain credible kinetic CIWS defenses into the coming decades, as the Panzer ME will also likely benefit to some degree from upgrades made on its land-based counterpart, considering the new emphasis being put on anti-ship missile capabilities by Russia's potential foes, namely the US and its allies. Investing in updated CIWS definitely makes sense, especially as Russia works to rebuild their hulking Cold War-era navy into a more agile and technologically advanced force. And of course the fact that the first operational units will be installed on Project 22,800 corvettes, one of Russia's ambitious naval projects that could lead to sales abroad, is also a sign that having a modern CIWS system is essential when it comes to realizing naval fighting ship export success. Although Russia is somewhat of a world leader in short-range air defense, SHORAD, capabilities, the country is unlikely to be able to compete, at least initially, with Western high-power directed energy, laser, CIWS concepts that will be emerging in the coming decades. As a result, fielding the most capable and updated kinetic CIWS systems is likely to be an increasing focus for Russia's navy going forward. and Panzer ME definitely delivers on that idea. The system is slated for operational use in the 2019 to 2020 timeframe. The United States Navy has some impressive weaponry in their Navy, but they aren't the only ones dressed to impress. The Russian Navy has a few nasty tricks up their sleeves when it comes to naval combat. One of the most lethal weapons in their Navy's arsenal is the Kashtan CIWS combat module. Russia's aircraft carrier, the Admiral Kuznetsov, and their Kirov-class battle cruisers are all armed with Kashtan CIWS weapon systems. These advanced combat modules are able to fire off over 10,000 rounds per minute as approaching targets. The Admiral Kuznetsov may be an old carrier but does have 8 Kashtan CIWS